if you've never tried it before, I encourage you to try Match.com. Even the people in here that are in a relationship or married, whatever, go on there and do a joint account. It's not just to see what you're dealing, and because you hear all the stories about people meeting their soulmates or whatever, and I know that's gonna be hard for me, but we'll get to that. I'm a redhead. Okay, but I understand now why they say it leads to so many relationships, and it's because of the technology, right? This is 2019. The technology that you see everywhere else in the world is on the dating sites too, and in particular, here's the one that I was astonished to find out: Match.com, right? Do you guys remember back in the 90s on Microsoft Word, that really helpful little paperclip assistant guy? Clippy, right? Yeah, Clippy, exactly. For those of you who don't know, back in the 90s, if you got on Microsoft Word, you could literally just be staring at a blank canvas, type one letter, and out would come this paperclip on a bicycle and be like, "Hey there, John, looks like you're trying to write a resume. Would you like some help?" Hell yeah, Clippy. Great! Just, fill that out. You can go to my orientation. Take my first 2 weeks. I don't really feel like starting work right now anyway. Well, he's at Match.com now. And it makes sense now that I think about it, because I didn't realize it. I went on there and I created a profile. I spent all the time putting the background pictures and building my bio and making it sound really clever and everything. And then I got that all ready. So then I went shopping, or whatever they call it. And I get that I have to pause an extra second or two for you folks, but that's okay. We're learning together. I can't wait till I get to my pothead material. You guys are going to love it! Yeah, you are. I'll give it an extra pause at that point. So I go shopping and I see this profile. I find this profile, this very attractive woman that seems to have a lot in common. And at that point, you go and you have to send that first message, which is very difficult to do. You got to think of something clever to say without being creepy, and you got to be a little creative and different, right? You got to stand out. And so I'm just kind of staring at this blank little, message screen with this blinking cursor, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, here comes Clippy on his little bicycle. It was great, right? I'm like, oh my God! He's like, "Hey there, John. Looks like you're trying to lie to a woman. Would you like some help?" Like, yes! I want Clippy. I was talking about technology. Some people in here might have like those personal home things, like the Alexas or the whatever, Google Assistants. Those are great. But what I want is like Clippy as a virtual like Jiminy Cricket. That I don't even want to be in control of him. I just want him to pop out when he knows I'm about to do something stupid. You know what I mean? Like a life coach, right? Like Clippy is a virtual life coach. Would be outstanding. I would have loved to have him with me. About a month ago, I was in Virginia, and it was on a Saturday night like this, and oh boy, if Clippy could have popped up in that dark alley, you'd be like, "Hey there, John. Looks like you're about to pay $200 for an ounce of oregano. Would you like some help?" Yes. I'll give you 100. Come on, Clippy, let's go smoke this oregano. When I say that I don't know how to lie to women, that's a joke, but it's kind of true. But I don't mean it in a nefarious way, right? Like, I would never lie to a woman to try to take advantage of her or be dishonest or anything like that. And that's not what I'm advocating. What I mean is that in a first encounter, I don't have the ability not to just tell the truth about things that really don't need to be offered up. You know what I mean? I should be able to tell some white lies, or at least not be that truthful. So Clippy would be great. And a perfect example, about a year ago, I was in Nashville, Tennessee, and then we had a show at a bar. It was a great packed house like tonight, and after the show, there was a table of women that they were like, "Oh, hey, our single friend's going to be joining us later." They were there for the show, and like, "You were hilarious, and she loves funny guys. We're going to set you up. It'll be great." I'm like, "All right, cool." So I'm sitting at the bar, and sure enough, I see her walk in, and she's very beautiful, and her friends go to work right away. I can see him just going to bat for me, right? And then she keeps looking over at me and, and so finally she comes down and she's like, "Hi, my friends at the bar were just telling me that there was a comedy show tonight and you were the headliner and you were very funny. I just want you to know that I think a funny man is very sexy." I also think a dangerous man is sexy. I see now. You've got some stitches on your head. Which I did. I had like 6 stitches right across my forehead, right? Are you a dangerous, you're a funny, dangerous man? You're in a bar fight at a comedy show? I was like, no, I stood up off the toilet too quickly and got a little too lightheaded and just went right down, hit my head on the sink, Yeah. Lying there on the floor, bleeding all over the place, unconscious. I tell you, if my mom had to come down to do some laundry at that very moment, I might have died.